So yeah, I got bad news, everybody. Yeah, my mom and I have COVID. We have the Omicron variant of the coronavirus from my grandma, who I think got it when she was in the hospital for 3 days during the winter break. So, this could be my final video if you don't see another video next month. So I would just like to say, So before I start, I'd just like to wish Dove Cameron happy birthday, because January 15th. Happy birthday, Dove Cameron. I hope you saw my previous video about if you liked playing Gwen Stacy in a cartoon, do you think you'd like to play in live action? Because I could see you and Najee Jeter being live action Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales, since you took a job playing the cartoon. And with the right hairstyle and costumes, I think you and Najee Jeter, who each played them in one of Disney XD Spider-Man cartoons, I know you could play Gwen Stacy and Miles Morales in live action if you had the right hairstyle and costumes for it. Besides, I know Patton Oswalt, who played Billy, Eric, Sam, and Thurston Koenig in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series. He also later played Pip the Troll in Eternal, so if he's open to playing different characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in both the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series and a later movie, I think you can be too, since you already played Ruby in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, now that's out of the way, I'd like to get my thoughts out about Space Jam: A New Legacy while it's still fresh in my mind. I watched it on HBO Max 1 week ago, and a few months after I watched Space Jam on there, the first Space Jam movie, and I'd like to talk about the good, the bad, and the different Space Jam: A New Legacy, and what's different about the big differences between that and the first Space Jam. So yeah, the good. Well, okay, so here are a few good things I liked about Space Jam: A New Legacy. Don Cheadle and Rel Howery were definitely very amusing actors who had fun in their role. They're definitely some of the few good points of the movie. And, Jeff Bergman, Eric Bauza, Kenny Milo, all the Looney Tunes voice actors were pretty good in their roles, except for Zendaya. Zendaya, I'm really sorry that your talent got wasted on Lola Bunny. You're a good actress who definitely had much better material with Mary Jane and Spider-Man No Way Home than in your previous two Spider-Man movies, but you weren't a good fit for Lola Bunny, so I'm sorry they made you dub over Kath Soucie at the last hour. Because I know they just wanted you to sell tickets, but you didn't really help. But it didn't really work out for them, and neither because a lot of people didn't really want to. I guess a lot of people didn't really want to watch Space Jam: A New Legacy for LeBron or Zendaya. So I'm sorry I had to waste your time with Space Jam: A New Legacy just because you were popular at the time, in summer 2018 when this was filmed. Let's see. Wile E. Coyote was definitely one of the best parts of both Space Jam movies. That multiplier thing was definitely a very clever gadget he got for that multiplied the basketball lots of times, helped him to and also later multiplying, and he also got himself multiplied by it after it sucked him in there. Yeah, that multiplier cannon Wile E. Coyote's multiplier cannon really helps the Toon Squad score a lot of points. Here's some other. I also liked. That Bugs Bunny part. The part where Bugs Bunny dressed up as Batman and LeBron James was Robin, and they were in a Batmobile. They were in a rabbitized version of the Batmobile to find Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. That was. I actually thought in hindsight it was a really clever reference to that episode of the Looney Tunes show with Daffy Duck and Porky Pig's high school reunion, specifically the ending scene, if you remember what happened there. Perhaps I've already said too much. But yeah, go ahead and watch that Looney Tunes show episode of that high school reunion if you want to know what I'm talking about. Why Bugs Bunny and LeBron James being dressing as Batman and Robin reminds you of that. It should be obvious anyone who's already seen that episode. Oh yeah, and here's what I thought was really the best joke in the movie was when Sylvester, Kath tried to get Michael Jordan to help out LeBron James and the Toon Squad, but instead of Michael A. Jordan from the first Space Jam movie, he really just got Michael B. Jordan, the actor from Vance Four Stick, Black Panther, and Creed. Daffy Duck was mad. He's like, you got Michael A. You got Michael B. Jordan, not Michael A. Jordan. And then Sylvester said, "It's been 25 years. I thought he aged gracefully." I think I've had a cold for the past 2 weeks because of the time. Dry winter air just gave me a nosebleed for 4 days. Anyways, yeah, unfortunately, it's all the positives I have to give Space Jam a new legacy. And another funny moment. Among the Looney Tunes were other characters or other properties, it was pretty funny to see. I thought it was pretty funny to see Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner in Mad Max Fury Road, and when Elmer Fudd was the mini-me version of Dr. Evil and Austin Powers. And when Don Cheadle, the algorithm, said that I guess wanted to have the coin as what's in the seats, watch the wrestle game. I guess Daffy or Bugs. I guess that's how big are these when they heard a loud stampede. And yeah, it was a pretty cool and complicated animated shot when we got to see Flintstones, Yogi Bear, and the Iron Giant, other Hanna-Barbera characters all coming in to be part of the audience. All right, well, those are all the positives I have for Space Jam: New Legacy. Here are the negatives. Well, they should be pretty obvious because I've already learned about these from plenty of other sources reviewing it, like Just Stop and Captain Midnight. There are a lot of things wrong with Space Jam: New Legacy. It was just meant to be it was clearly just a soulless advertisement for all of these random Warner Brothers properties. Because first the Looney Tunes. First up, LeBron James and Bugs Bunny need to go into all these other Warner Brothers properties to find the other Looney Tunes characters. There's, including things that this movie's PG level audiences would be too young to watch, like Game of Thrones, which had Foghorn Leghorn, and the Rick and Morty, which had the Tasmanian Devil. And then, they shoehorn in all these cosplays of the people from these other Warner Brothers movies into the audience, and it really makes their deletion of Pepe Le Pew hypocritical when they still got the rapists from Clockwork Orange, Pennywise, a child murder from It, and and the woman who tortures her disabled sister from whatever happened to Baby Jane. Yeah, honest trailer pointed that indirectly called out that hypocrisy. Yeah, this is, yeah. Oh yeah, another big problem with Speech Legacy. The, alright, it's not bad. It wasn't bad enough that Zendaya was a really boring performance of Lola. Was a very poorly cast choice for Lola Bunny, who didn't have any of the same energy that you got from Kristen Wiig or Kath Soucie before her. Because, Lola Bunny didn't. The real issue with Lola Bunny in Space Jam: Legacy is she doesn't really have anything to do beyond. She doesn't really have anything to do in this movie beyond her initial scene where LeBron and Bugs find her in the Wonder Woman comic. Zendaya, I'm so sorry about this. Awesome. And Space Jam: A New Legacy, like you said before, this problem. Yeah, it's just a soulless advertisement. Yeah, it's just another soulless advertisement for HBO Max, and it's what Ralph Breaks the Internet would be if that was just a soulless advertisement for Disney Plus. What he really liked about Ralph Breaks the Internet is that it resisted the urge to have a twist villain like other recent animated Disney movies before it, and the algorithm, the Buzz2 algorithm. Yes, she wasn't the villain of Ralph Breaks the Internet like Algae Rhythm was the main villain of Space Jam: A New Legacy. And the only Disney sequence only lasts for 6 minutes. It wasn't the whole movie like the WB Serververse. I like Ralph Breaks the Internet because it focused a lot more on these characters, on developing these characters, than in Space Jam: A New Legacy did. I feel really bad for Mr. Ender because back in 2017 he already did this whole countdown of the worst animation cliches, many of which were in the Emoji Movie, and after reviewing the Emoji Movie, he said he didn't want Sony or any other studio to pull his stunt again. Well, guess what? It only took 4 years for another studio to pull that stunt again. Warner Brothers pulled the stunt again on Space Jam: A New Legacy. Would have been 3 years, but the coronavirus delayed the premiere by an entire year. And another big thing wrong with it, another big negative for New Legacy. The cliches. Many of the cliches are stuff that has been in the top 11 worst animation cliches and the Emoji Movie minus a twist villain because, well, at least this time it's not a twist that the algorithm is a villain. But yeah, a lot of unfortunate cliches in the Space Jam: A New Legacy, like it didn't put really, the problems with the story make it even more obvious when they don't put a lot of effort into the animation or visuals with the Looney Tunes characters. And even recycled 2 shots of the little versions of the monsters from the first Space Jam movie. Oh yeah. We also have the cliche of LeBron James is a bad parent who is closed-minded to his kids' desire to play video games, even though LeBron James should be from a newer generation than Michael Jordan, who grew up with video games. I mean, I know LeBron James is a kid. He liked video games at the beginning, but then he stopped playing video games because his father didn't want him to play them. So sad. Oh yeah, that tiny blue floating robot thingy, a little comic relief sidekick of Algae Rhythm that this movie definitely didn't need. And last but most importantly, the worst cliche, a really cheap fake out death. Bugs Bunny, like he does that. He does that. He does that. He does that. He does that self-deleting move with the basketball, and then he almost dies. But then he's suddenly back 3 minutes later because he's too early to have anything. And they really would. If they didn't really want us to be sad, if they didn't really want to make us feel seriously sad about that in the moment, then could have had a point if they were making fun of dramatic endings like and what Opera Doc did. So yeah, that's the third thing seriously wrong with Space Jam: New Legacy. All the cliches that it follows that also were made by the Emotion movie. Yeah, and the fourth big problem with New Legacy. Yeah, it's okay that I would think it's nice that the artists for Space Jam: New Legacy wanted to make Little Bunny less sexualized, but in addition to giving her a less sexy body, they blew it they completely ruined her face. Actually, I thought that was terrible. They shouldn't have given Little Bunny such an ugly face. Why did they? And and here's it. All right, now that I've gone through all the positives and negatives of Space Jam: New Legacy, here's what's different about it. Here's what made it very different from the first Space Jam movie. Fifth one. One more thing I hate about Space Jam: New Legacy. Yeah, yeah, LeBron James' assistant who lost him, the guy that was supposed to be this movie's equivalent of Stan Poldak, he wasn't really funny the way Knight was in the first movie, and yeah, he was a lot less funny and memorable too. Maybe that and yeah, here's what's different about Space Jam: New Legacy that that missed the mark made the first Space Jam movie work. Here's the good, bad, now the difference. Okay, well, in Space Jam: New Legacy, the main villain came from the live action world, and it was really more about LeBron James and his son than the conflict between LeBron James and his son than it was the Looney Tunes. They were just the first Warner Brothers property upon which LeBron stumbled. Whereas in the first Space Jam movie, the first Space Jam cared more to Looney Tunes, and the Looney Tunes characters were a lot more integral to the story, because in the first Space Jam movie, they needed Michael Jordan's help, because the main villain and the central conflict of Space Jam took place in the animated Looney Tunes world when Danny DeVito voiced the main bad guy. The manager of Moron Mountain wanted to kidnap the Looney Tunes to make Moron Mountain more lively, and that's why. So the Looney Tunes needed Michael Jordan to help them beat the aliens in basketball after they stole the talent from some other NBA players, and when Stan Poldak was hiding out and spying on them after he fell in after Michael Jordan, that's where he heard the news that he later revealed to Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes about the aliens stealing talent from the other NBA players. And the first Space Jam movie, it was talking followers. I remember, I remember when my summer camp at Simmons, when we were watching Space Jam, and I kept missing parts of it because I kept going down to the bathroom, so I was really confused when some parts were live action and some parts were animated and they showed Looney Tunes characters. But all in all, you know, now that I've actually seen the whole movie all the way through more recently, I thought I really liked Space Jam, and I really liked Little Bunny. I liked how the Looney Tunes show used to later, and you know, Space Jam was definitely cheesy '90s fun. Was fun. I definitely enjoyed watching. That I definitely enjoyed watching, and I might summer camp school. You know that. Okay, now I'm talking about like the summer camp that took place at one of our elementary schools. We had a lot of fun watching Space Jam. It was definitely some cheesy '90s fun with you know, Michael Jordan, Wayne Knight, and Bill Murray playing basketball with the Looney Tunes. I don't think elementary schools, when they watch a movie for entertainment, I don't think they'll see Space Jam: A New Legacy the same way because, well, mainly because, like I said before, it just shows a lot of scenes and references to other random Warner Brothers properties that kids are too young to watch. And since it's just a big advertisement for Warner Bros. And HBO Max, it's not so much for kids as it is for nostalgic adults who grew up with the first Space Jam movie, who also happen to watch Game of Thrones or Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me. And that's all I have to say on the matter. And on top of that, I also definitely believe the honest trailer. I definitely believe that now that I've seen the whole movie of Space Jam: New Legacy, I definitely believe the honest trailer. I know what it was saying when he said it felt like a genetic mistake, begging to be put out of its misery.